Well, as we told you, that the family of Latoya Temilton is expected to get some answers today as the independent investigation report into a tragic death will be released. The 12-year-old drowned during a one-day school leadership camp in Pretoria in January.
Yeah, we've got our reporter Zola Sholwana who's keeping a close eye on that story, and of course that report that is set to be released, you can just imagine the frustration. A family that has been waiting since January to get a comprehensive answer as to what it is exactly that happened to their daughter. Well, we're across now to Zola Sholwana, who of course brings us that story. We are expecting that family to get answers. Zola, a good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. What are we expecting to see today? Have you seen and spoken to the Temilton family about how they have felt, certainly waiting up until this point to get a response?
Well, Naledi, it's still a bit early right now to say we have spoken to the family, but what we do know is that we are expecting them to be part of the report that is going to be released by the MEC of Education, Sholwana. You'd understand that, these cases have been quite prevalent. I mean, in 2020, there was a student that also drowned during a school excursion, and these incidents have raised concerns, from parents, some of them saying that they are sensing, a bit of negligence from the teacher's side, but obviously we will find out from the report that's going to be, presented later on by the MEC. But I'm joined by the education spokesperson in Gauteng, Mabona. So thank you very much for your time. I mean, we do understand that, the most recent case is obviously, Temilton's case, but we also understand that there's been other cases in 2020 and 2022. Does this mean that the department will be implementing policies around excursions in schools as to what can be done to avoid these cases?
Well, the independent investigative process will assist the department on how to improve, because remember, after each and every investigation there will be a recommendation of some sort. So we are hopeful that the recommendations that would have been made by the independent investigative body will one way or the other assist the department, which will be learning from what happened, because all those incidences, they will then inform on what is it that we need to improve on, because here it's more about the well-being of our children at its entirety. Whether they're in excursion, whether they are in our environment, that we are the parents of these children. So we are hopeful that the recommendations will assist the department.
I mean, there's also been allegations, especially with Temilton's case, that she was swimming unsupervised during a school camp, and that raised concerns of, teachers not actually, being responsible enough to look after these learners whenever they're running activities. Your comment on that as a department?
No, well, that will be part of the report, because remember, when we requested them to investigate, there were a lot of allegations, which we then gave them, and they had to interact with everyone, all stakeholders, including the camp itself, the personnel there, staff, SGB members then, because you will understand that probably there's a new SGB now, but they had to interact with everyone. So that's why I'm saying the report will then assist us to make informed decisions.
Thank you very much for your time, Steve. That was Steve Mabona, Gauteng education spokesperson, essentially telling us that the MEC will be presenting a report that will also be followed by recommendations on what can be done to improve policies around excursions in schools so that, such incidents are prevented in future. We also understand that the school management team of Temilton School will be here, her family, together with the school governing body. Naledi, back to you in studio.